Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we are reacting to a Hero Hei video about the Genshin VAs crashing out. Well, I guess it's one of them. So yeah, basically the situation is the Genshin English VAs, the American VAs, decided to go on strike, and which is why in the latest content in Genshin Impact, there's no longer any English voice acting. But if you switch to any other languages, there's still voice acting going on. Like, I usually play it on like Japanese or Chinese, and like, because Genshin Impact is made by a Singaporean company. Well, it was made in Singapore. So, well, yeah. But like, basically the American VAs were being all crazy and kind of toxic towards the fan base, which, keep in mind, I hate the Genshin Impact fan base to begin with, but when you're more toxic than the Genshin Impact fan base, that's saying something. But yeah, anyway, they use the excuse that, oh, we want protections against AI and blah blah blah. Which it turns out that's not what's going on. They're trying to force MiHoYo to sign a contract with their American union, and they want to force all the voice actors to join their union because, their little mafia will make money from that. Anyway, so the latest that happened was they hired a Japanese voice actor who also speaks English fluently, lives in Japan, does Japanese voice acting, decided, you know what, I'm going to try out for some English voice acting. And yeah, gets hired. It triggers the American voice actors, and they get really mad about it and harass him on social media, even though, he's in Japan. He doesn't know what's going on with your American bullshit. He doesn't know about them going on strike, and he doesn't know any of that. But yeah, again, due to the recent stuff, the whole strike's really about them trying to force their union into Genshin Impact. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's what this is about, because I did see some stuff about this. Didn't look at it all, didn't want to spoil myself. Anyway,
Well, guys, it looks like we have our fifth
I believe that's what this is about.
of the ongoing coverage regarding a number of SAG-AFTRA union voice actors and the union itself getting a ton of backlash from the internet. Like I said yesterday, there is so much context to go over now that hopefully you're in the loop with what's been going on, and if not, please consider checking out my prior videos on the topic, as there's way too much to recap here in the intro, so let's get right to it. The post from only 2 hours ago reading, Paimon's VA admits the goal is to force every VA to
I think
join
I
the
saw
union.
this post.
Doesn't even mention AI and calls us idiots for good measure. Yeah, and then also gets really mad at YouTubers and people who watch YouTube videos. So
yeah, see, look, they're just trying to force every VA into joining the union. Now, from what I heard, their union charges a shit ton of money to be in their union, and they're trying to force you to be in their union. Otherwise, if you're a VA, you'll probably get blacklisted if you don't join their union, or it'll harass you or whatever. I mean, that's usually how these types of things work. But keep in mind, this isn't even an American game. This isn't a like all the other voice actors for the other languages that are from other countries. They're not striking. There's like, if you switch to any other language other than English, the characters are still fully voice acted. So yeah, basically these voice actors just used AI as an excuse to attempt to force all the VAs for Genshin to join their union.
that'll be fun. But hey, look at that. The video in the post has actually been removed. Now it's got this post is awaiting moderator
It's like a
approval
little
message.
mafia.
This being more of that alleged censorship, people again alleging that the defenders of the union are mass reporting these posts to try and get them removed, try to get them censored.
Yeah.
The top comment even reading, I'm glad they make it very easy to choose who to support. Edit. Oh wow, that was fast. Post is down already. Fortunately, I
Jeez.
thought that might happen, as it's been a bit of a recurring theme over there lately. And so I recorded the video that was posted just in case that happened, and yeah, we're good to go. So let's take a look, shall we?
Okay, here's the thing. If voice actors, both non-union and union, in a video game want a game to go union, the game should go union. Nobody else's opinion matters.
By the way, this is Paimon's voice actor in the English
YouTubers
dub.
don't know anything. YouTubers don't know anything. They're not voice actors. They've never been in my industry. They
God,
don't
you
know what my
sound
industry is
more
about. They don't
annoying
know
than
anything
Paimon
about
somehow.
sex. They don't know anything about being a non-union actor either.
Okay, let's pause already and holy smokes. Okay. Excuse me. The first thing I'd like to mention is the argument about if the voice actors want the project to go union, it should go union, no one else's opinion matters, okay? That thing. It comes off really self-centered to me.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of other labor, a lot of other workers, a lot of other people who work on the game. Lots of developers, artists, etc., etc. And what if any of them have a concern with how a specific union's contract, even if it's a voice actor union, may negatively impact the game, which can absolutely then impact their livelihoods? I would say that their opinion also does matter. Like, the whole project is not just, oh, voice actors, and we're the only people that matter on this thing.
Jeez.
And the player's opinion also matters too, because the players directly influence how well the game does or doesn't do. And in this case, when various people are, for example, saying that they don't want to pull on certain characters anymore, aka the game's making less money, because they don't like how some of those voice actors have been acting and they don't want to wish for a character that said voice actor does the role for, well, that can negatively impact the player experience and also the labor of the people working on the game. In some cases, the player concern is a different one, simply that some of these characters had voices and now they haven't had voices for a number of months or so. And for
Yeah, so like when I streamed Genshin, I was confused by that until I did a little research after playing this game. I was confused and I'm all, oh, that's what's going on. But then when further information came out, I'm all, oh, it's just them being crazy.
those
It's
people,
literally just the American
it's also
voice
leading to
actors.
a negative player experience. And once again, that can negatively impact the game at large, harming many more people than just the voice actors. And so all of these various people have a right to be concerned with a contract or action taken by SAG or some other group that can negatively impact the game. And yes, their opinion matters. That's just what I think, though. Let me know what you think in the comments, and continuing.
YouTubers don't know anything. YouTubers don't know anything.
Jesus
They're
Christ.
not voice actors.
Annoying
They've never
voice.
been in my industry. They don't know what my industry is about. They don't know anything about SAG. They don't know anything about being a non-union actor either. Stop telling me to go to liars. Liars. They are paid to lie to you. Also, I'm sorry. They have more incentive to lie. They have more of an incentive to lie because idiots like you fall for their shit and they get paid for that. Hello? God forbid. I want my industry to actually, like, I don't know, function and that everybody gets paid and everybody gets, like, health care.
Yeah, so calling people who disagree with the actions that have been going on from the SAG after VAs like idiots and liars is probably not
Jesus.
going to help things.
Yeah, that's just gonna piss people off.
I also don't know what Corinne is referring to specifically about all these lies on YouTube anyways. To be fair, Corinne wasn't specifically referring to me. But regardless, in my videos, I'm basically just taking a look at what these VAs are doing on places like Twitter and Blue Sky, and then what the general reception is to it all on places like Genshin Impact. Which, spoiler alert, we will also be doing in this video after we get through everything that Corinne has to say here. So once again, let's continue. I think there's only like 30 seconds or so left.
Did you know that, like, once things become union, people get paid a lot more? So people are like, oh, but, you know, then
No, they don't.
union actors will have to join the union. Yeah, they'll be able to, easily, because they'll get paid more. Also, there are options.
My last job I worked, it was union. You want to know how much more I got paid? 25 cents. That's it. Well, it wasn't even 25 cents. It was probably less than that.
That the union has
I think
to
it was
help
like
pay
a
for those things.
nickel.
There are options to help people pay for the union dues within SAG, but you don't know that. Oh my God, it's almost like you're not an actor. It's almost like you're not a voice actor. And neither are these YouTubers. But bottom line is that both non-union actors and union actors in a video game want it to go union and have wanted it to go union for a long time.
No.
So nobody else's opinion that is super fucking wrong anyway.
You know, if she's saying all the VAs wanted it to go union, if that's the truth, then how come when you change the languages, the voice actors for the other languages are still fully voiced? Not only that, they don't work for the same company you guys do. They probably don't want to join your shitty union. Like, for real, like, again, if you play Genshin, you could switch the voice acting and it'll be fully voiced in the other languages. Like, I've done it for, like, the Japanese, I switched it to the Chinese. And I'm just gonna assume all the other languages that aren't English are still fully voiced because, well, one, they're from different talent agencies. And two, they probably don't want to join. Like if they didn't want to, like if they wanted to, if they were really part of the strike, they wouldn't be voice acting either. So she's claiming all the VAs want it, but maybe it's just some of the American ones. But also they basically work for their union and blah blah blah.
Matters. Hope this helps.
Hope this helps, huh? Well, let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think that video is going to help things?
No.
And check this out, because we've actually got a little bit of a plot twist. Perhaps this makes things better, or perhaps it even makes them worse. Because as we went over, that video was posted to Reddit 2 hours ago, but then I went over to Karina's TikTok and found it over there. It turns out that video was actually from March 14th. The plot thickens. Now, interestingly enough, I did make a video back on March 9th titled English Voice Actors Are in Serious Trouble, because someone tagged me to a YouTube short made by the YouTuber Darkos88, in which Darkos88 was reposting some things that Karina had allegedly said, including right here, as you can see, tell Hoyo to sign the SAG interim contract and all the VAs will come back no problem. And he got a number of comments from people explaining why they don't support the strike and why they don't think people should try and force Hoyo to sign the contract. My video covering those comments and talking about some other issues that people have with the contract on places like Genshin Twitter. I also went over some news articles about some of the actions that the SAG after members have been taking and trying to drum up public support for the union. Here's where things get a little more complicated, and take this with a grain of salt because my focus was on the comments people were making, like the Genshin community's opinion on this stuff at large, not Darkos88 specifically. But this is relevant to the video that Karina made, perhaps. Because according to my recollection, loosely looking into this, maybe someone can go into more detail in the comments. I think Darkos88 made a follow-up video after reading the comments he got on his video, where he basically said, like, he was sorry for not looking into things further, and he can understand the reasons that people have for criticizing SAG-AFTRA, and that he essentially shouldn't have just, like, blindly sided with Karina trying to get people to sign the agreement. At some point, it looks like Karina actually got mad at Darkos and, like, specifically called him out. This led to Darkos deleting a video or something, so it's a bit hard to look into going back. And again, I wasn't really following this anyways. Now some stuff's been deleted, so I'm really not 100% sure about all this. Take it with a grain of salt, as mentioned. But the point being, perhaps the video that Karina made that we just watched from March 12th was only referencing Darkos88's video and not mine, or perhaps both, who knows. Just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Regardless, there's been so much occurring since then regarding the backlash that SAG-AFTRA VAs have been getting for the treatment of Jacob Takanashi. People also criticizing Karina as a hypocrite. Yeah, Jacob Takanashi's that Japanese voice actor that was replacing one of the English voice actors. By the way, I also remember one of the actors that were harassing got all triggered because they said, oh, they're going to Japan for English VAs. Which makes me wonder, is their whole deal is only Americans are allowed to do English voice acting? There are other countries that have English-speaking people. I mean, Japan even has English-speaking people. Like, not everyone in Japan speaks English, but there are, like, some that are learn it. Just saying. That was kind of a weird comment I saw when they were harassing that Japanese VA that's doing English VA also. As also being a scab. Did I mention that? To work on Genshin Impact. I've
whatever.
now got 4 more videos on all this stuff. This will be the 5th video. And plenty of other people on YouTube have also been covering all this recent stuff going on too. So you can only imagine if Karina had all that to say back on March 12th, what a more current take would be like. With that said, let's hop over to our Genshin Impact on the post about that video and see what people are saying about it. We can see top comments reading, LMAO, they're speedrunning, turning people opinion against them or what? Crackhead theory. Karina is secretly being paid off by Hoyo to make SAG look bad. Sarcasm.
Jeez.
Another top comment saying, please replace her. And
Yeah.
similarly, right below that, this one reading, okay, yeah, Paimon needs a new voice. This ain't it anymore. I can't
Yeah.
see Paimon without associating Paimon to her stupidity. The fact that in-game Paimon is not as stupid as her says a lot. The bar is so low, it's basically underground.
Yeah. They're saying the character she voices, Paimon, who's like usually comic relief and kind of dumb. I mean, she's not smart. She's just like the mascot character and protagonist's companion that follows them around. Yeah, if you're saying that she's dumber than that character, that's kind of hilarious. Also, I won't doubt if MiHoYo just decides to fire that with VA. Also, by the way, she's complaining about people not siding with the actors on strike. Keep in mind, the voice actor for Paimon is one of the only actors still voicing their character in Genshin Impact. Like, if she really was going to, if she really was on their side, she'd stop voicing Paimon. But she isn't. She likes getting that check every month.
Paimon can't.
And then
read
she
the
makes
room
up
and be quite
excuses.
rude, but she's not a crash out. Plus, she shows real concerns. Paimon does not approve of this. The next one reading, where does this idiot get this confidence? She thinks they won't fire her because she has medical issues. You cannot use your medical issues as a shield to be a complete nincompoop.
Oh yeah, also the Paimon voice actor does that. She tries to throw her medical issues, use that as an excuse to get what she wants, from what I heard. Which is kind of a dick move.
And if your medical issues are so serious, why do you keep drawing so much negative press? You're not special. You cannot use your medical issues to threaten them and to keep you hired. Where does this idiot get this confidence? The fact that Karina had no consequences from all the past controversies, and Hoyoverse intervening when Karina wasn't being paid by Formosa. You can't fire her because she is a victim and has a disability. Her words and her VA clique, not mine. What if they just don't want to join the union? But everyone wants to join the union because everyone is in the US and only the US matters. Like, OMG, read the room, guys, and don't believe those dirty YouTubers. Like, oh my gosh, guys.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They're assuming all the voice actors for Genshin Impact want to join their US union. They're assuming. Again, keep in mind, I already mentioned this. All of the all of the VAs, not all of them want to join it because, like, again, if that were true, whenever you switch the languages, the VAs from the other countries that voice the other languages would also not be voiced. And not only that, I'm pretty sure that the Japanese dude is not going to join their union that they've been harassing or something like that. I forgot. Honestly, I forgot what I was going to say right there. My brain shut off, okay. But, yeah. Because, yeah. So the way I think this works is if someone doesn't want to join their little union, they'll try to blacklist them. But, you know, they're probably going to hire VAs from other countries that speak English, so they won't, I don't know.
Yeah, how dare those YouTubers talk about these comments? The nerve that they have. The issue is that they have
It's late, okay, my
misrepresented
brain's
Bitcoin
shutting
as
off.
something that it never truly was. It was just about control, but they couldn't say that, so they left it for us to ask about. When we did, many of them crashed out because the answer's trash, and they know it. This isn't even mentioning that no union actor should have been on the project to begin with, according to the Global One rule thing. Or that they have been bullying a coworker because he got a role he might not have known he was auditioning for. This also ignores that AI protection is an empty point because SAG-AFTRA literally partnered with some. Okay,
Wait,
team,
what?
We're starting to lose favor.
Okay, wait, what? Their union partnered with an AI thing? Well, that's crazy. That's crazy.
With the public, and we're losing it fast. How can we improve our image? Paimon VA, don't worry, gang, I got this. Narrator, she didn't get it. Okay, let me know what you think about all that Paimon stuff in the comments. Moving on, we're going to end with one more post from Boijing with more comments from the Chinese community about all this stuff. Or more specifically, the CN reaction to the EN reaction to the CN reaction to the EN reaction to the CN reaction to the EN Kinich drama, VA drama, excuse me. Dang, this is getting confusing. Translated Chinese comments reading, CN Paimon is a cute little angel, JP Paimon is a cute Sukomi, KR Paimon is our cute buddy, and EN Paimon is a screaming rat. Ha, this is so accurate, my guy. A rat that is getting branded.
Everyone hates English Paimon because of the voice
By the way,
actor.
these comments are from Billy Billy, should have mentioned that a moment ago. Continuing.
Billy
My
Billy.
Ian bros, we're not familiar with what's been going on over here about the mass deleting of your posts. How can we help? Also, I remember that Hoyoverse has a platform called Hoyo Lab, right? Do Ian bros also not like to chat on Hoyo-made platforms? I suddenly realized if Paimon's story is going to become depressive in the future, what if we can't empathize with her because her English VA? That would really make her English VA's actions unforgivable. I really hope they recast her VA. It's kind of relating to the points I was mentioning way earlier in the video about how these things can negatively impact the game. Continuing. Paimon's ENVA is truly evil to listen to. Every time I watch her playthrough clips with the Ian dub and hear her talk, I get a headache. Oh, and the text on the left this time too reads, "The indifference is already happening. The final boss Paimon theory is super popular in EN community, and the core reason why is because of her VO quality is worse than the other languages, and it makes her less likable, not to mention her VA's actions previously in the game when Paimon told us that we need to earn more money to keep her fed. CN, JP, KR were all like, aw, while EN players were disliking her for that line. My favorite Genshin CC is Murder of Birds, Twitch/YouTube streamer, so I listen to EN dub second most to CN dub. I really do think that a lot of EN dubs are really good, like Frina, Clorind, Navia, Arle. I even used EN dub for a while just for Navia. Now I think that the EN dub fans are having it really rough. Everything is just so messy now. Fontaine EN dub is the best. Global players agree too. I was looking forward to the future EN dubs at the time. Such a shame that everything blew up after Fontaine. Hey, I was the one who suggested that Hoyo can use British VAs in the last post. I'm very happy to see that it got noticed.
Yeah, they could just hire... They don't have to hire American VAs to voice the English version. There's British VAs they could hire. And again, they already hired a Japanese VA that also speaks English because there are people in Japan who know English also. It's like it's a second language, obviously, but you could find VAs in other countries that'll do your voice acting. It doesn't have to be... Like, I noticed all the VAs that are started all this were all like American VAs. And they're just trying to get people to... They're just basically just trying to get their union to take over their little mafia.
Sorry for French users catching a stray. I was using Britain as an example of an accent that I prefer more than the US accent. French is quite common globally. I do wish Hoyo to have French dub if it's possible too. Finally, I welcome everyone who's been missing out the game experience because of the ENVA strike to try out the CN dub. Who knows? Maybe you'll like it. After this video gets shipped back, I wish the EN travelers can see me. Here you go. I also really want to see French, German, Spanish dubs. Going off track for a second, if my comment gets shipped, it is. I want to ask our EN friends if they see the Paimon singing event where she hums a song and we had to guess what it was. I think it was when the Stellar Moments Volume 3 album came out. She was so cute. I just want to praise CN Paimon lol. Bro, what is this reaction, Samsara? We might as well keep up this EN-CN communication. I don't even have to use a VPN. It's pretty interesting, don't you think? It's like throwing paper notes to each other over the wall. Only the OP/content creator needs to bear the weight of finding these posts, translating these posts, and making videos about it. I'm not a profession, but I was pretty interested in the 2 legal related questions I used. DeepSeek to get an answer, see below. We're going to skip that part because I'm running out of time, but you're welcome to screenshot that if you'd like and take a look. And then finally, we've got this one that reads, I wonder if this video will get shipped to Reddit again. I haven't finished watching this video yet. I just want to say, Let's go America, basically, I think is what that means. So yeah, pretty fun stuff. Let me know also what you guys think about those comments. And shouts out to the CN Bros. And again, thanks to Boijing on Reddit for getting those comments, compiling them, and translating them. Appreciate it. I also appreciate you guys tuning into my ongoing coverage. If you also enjoyed this segment, please consider liking and or subscribing, as that's going to be the end of the video. Have a wonderful week ahead. Look forward to seeing you in the comments and in the next one.
Alright. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on with the English voice acting of Genshin Impact. Like, again, it was never about protections against AI. Like, it was just an excuse they were trying to use to try to basically have their union take over Genshin Impact. Now, yeah, say whether you like it, like Genshin Impact, or hate it, you gotta kind of see that the the VAs are kind of douchebags themselves, but yeah, well, they work for the union, that's why they're just trying to basically do that. Or whatever the fuck. Sorry, I could hardly talk right now. My brain's shutting off. It's late. But anyway, but yeah, to anyone who actually likes Genshin Impact, me personally, I don't mind Genshin Impact. I think it's an alright game. I mean, it's a gacha game. If you can get past the fact that it's a gacha game, because some people won't play a game because of gacha mechanics being in it. But if you can get past that, it's actually a pretty good game. Pretty fun. A lot of cutscenes. And then there's a lot of grinding for equipment. Well, artifacts. But anyway, if you... Like, I would suggest if like the VAs pissed you off. I remember one VA is actually a YouTuber. Like, I assume it isn't that YouTuber's not even part of this whole discussion, because I think that YouTuber still that YouTuber still voices Sayu. I believe when I streamed Genshin Impact, I recognized it. I'm all, hey, isn't that a YouTuber? And I think someone said it was. But yeah, like, but yeah, if you're like annoyed by the voice acting in Genshin Impact, and that's one of the reasons why, like, the voice actors piss you off or whatever, and you stop playing because of that, just switch the languages. It'll be fine, because like all the other countries' VAs were fine with it. Like, I usually play it on Japanese or Chinese. I mean, the game was originally from China, and then they moved to Singapore. I guess that's why a lot of people prefer the Chinese dub for the game, which I hear is pretty good. Same with the Japanese, same with the other languages. But anyway, I'm gonna end it right here. I'm probably gonna fall asleep soon. I can barely think right now. I mean, well, that's just me in general, but anyway, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.